Thing working? Yeah, it's working. What's up, YouTube? How's it going? It's your boy Chris Altamirano here, back again. And I want to talk about how I prepare for my week. So Sundays and Mondays, I usually take some time off and kind of reflect and recalibrate, reset, make sure I get all my goals in order. And I take it as a time to mostly just reflect on how that week went. What I usually do is I usually write everything down on my whiteboard, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday through Sunday. I hope you had a great Mother's Day, by the way. But the reason I want to chat about it is because I know that a lot of people, we've all had these conversations with people and just like, hey, what do you got going on the rest of the day? And most of the time, the default answer is, I don't know, I got to do this. And it's like you have to think about what tasks lie ahead. And hopefully this video will help you eliminate that mindset, because you really want to get into your weeks already knowing and prepared what has to be done, and not even really knowing. It's just because you've already prepared for it, so that when the day comes, you're just like, okay, got up, and then boom, it's autopilot. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to convince yourself that you have to do something that day. So for me, what I typically do on Sunday nights, is I like to plan out the week. I want to know what I'm going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the way up through that Saturday. And I want to have it written down in a place. So for me, it's my whiteboard. When I wake up and I look, at my bed, it's just boom, it's right freaking there. So that's the first thing that I do. And I make sure that I'm exercising at least 4 times a week. That's like my minimum non-negotiable. So I know that this last week, when I sat down and reflected last night, which was Sunday, I knew that I missed a day. So I only worked out 3 times last week. Now, am I going to get down on myself? No, I'm definitely going to celebrate my victories, and I'm super stoked that I got to the gym 3 times last week. But that's a non-negotiable for me, so I really got to step that up. So see, it's one of those things you get to reflect on, and you know that you got to work on it. Now, the second thing I like to do is, you put those non-negotiables in there, and then the second thing is, okay, for me, I'm in door-to-door sales, right? So I help homeowners go solar, kind of like that solar system you see up there, something similar to that. And I lay out all my appointments. I check my phone. I always put my appointments in my phone. And so now I'm not only just taking them to my phone, because I don't want to just get that hour before reminder or that 30 minutes before reminder. I want to already have my week laid out of all those appointments. So I'll write all those appointments out. And then I always designate my hours of the time that I'm going to go and knock on doors. Typically, I go and I knock between the hours of 2 to 7 or 3 to 7:30 or 8 o'clock. And those are just my non-negotiables. So if I'm doing appointments, all my appointments are going to start, anywhere between 8 a.m. and the last appointment's going to start at about 11 a.m. Because if I have an 11 a.m., then I know that I like to be thorough with my appointments. So it might take me an hour, a couple hours. So I'll be done, no later than 1. I can get a lunch break in from 1 to 2, maybe 2:15, and I'm back out knocking by 2:30. And then I set all my other appointments until after 7, or 7 or 7:30, because those are also very prime knocking hours, because that's when a lot of homeowners are home. So that's the way that I organize my schedule. I always designate that. And a question I get, at least amongst like our industry and when we go door to door, is like, okay, well, what if somebody can only meet on this day? I tell them straight up, tell the homeowner, hey, I really want to help you out, but I live and die by my schedule. And Tuesdays and Fridays, I have meetings, mandatory meetings, non-negotiable. I'm booked. I can meet with you earlier at 8 a.m. Or I can meet with you afterwards at 12:30. But between 10 and 12, I'm booked. Those spots are taken Tuesdays and Fridays. And what I've noticed is that when you have a set schedule, not only are you disciplining yourself, but you're disciplining someone that's in front of you in a way, or not disciplining. That's a really shitty way to say that. It's like, I'm disciplining you. No, but you're letting them know that you take your job very serious. Your job very. Had a phone call come in. So you take your job very seriously, but you also take your scheduling, and you value your time. You take it very seriously. And when you show that to people and you show up that way, people tend to respect that, and they are usually more than willing and able to have that little wiggle room that they didn't have before, and all of a sudden they're respecting your schedule. So definitely always prepare in the week in advance. Always make sure you prepare, reflect, and the benefits of this is that you can do everything on absolute autopilot to where you don't even need to think. Like right now, I know that my Mondays are, if I have appointments on Mondays, I'm going to an appointment. I had an appointment this morning at 10:30. I had another appointment today, but she rescheduled for Friday. So I know that my Sundays and Mondays, I relax. Those are my weekends. So Monday right now, I'm gonna go eat some tacos with my mom and my dad right here inside. I'm just gonna hang out, enjoy the rest of the day, go hit the gym, probably watch a little basketball later, and then just kind of reflect and prep for the rest of the week. Because I already have that set. So I know Mondays is just, I get to chill. So I look forward to Mondays to just kind of do the recharge thing. But also another thing to take into account is when you're doing your scheduling, you also want to schedule your outfits. And I know it sounds kind of crazy. You know, our parents used to tell us that when we were kids, at least my parents did. My mom would always say, you know, make sure you lay out your clothes the night before. And it just like, I didn't comprehend it, you know, and you wake up your whole life and you're getting up, you're just like, oh crap, what am I gonna wear? Or you didn't have to clean this, or you didn't have to clean that. And so, you know, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're basically preparing to fail by not preparing to succeed. And so now, I kid you not, I wear the same thing. I do laundry. Yes, I wash my clothes. But I wear these shoes, some clean socks, you know, some drawers, and I wear these shorts right here, and I have two polos. I have this blue one, and I have a black one. And then so, you know, for 2 or 3 days, I'll wear one of them, and then for the next 2 or 3 days, I'll wear the other one. I have 2 black shirts, so no, I'm not wearing the same shirt all the time. But I also have 2 blue polos. So it's literally, I have the same uniform every day. So as soon as I get up, I don't even think. It's almost like the way that you shower, where you've probably been putting the shampoo in one hand or the other and cleaning your hair one way, or you've put on one pant leg before the other. It's autopilot. You don't think about it. It's not tedious. It just becomes a part of your routine. You know what you're doing, you know how to do it, and you know what you got to do. So those are my tips for living a more efficient and a more productive day, and which translates into weeks and months, and which translates into the rest of your year. And if there's one last piece of advice I can leave you with, is that discipline trumps motivation every single freaking time. It's not about how you feel. You know, we all know we gotta do stuff, but you got to take the feeling and the emotion out of it, because you're committed. You are committed to a schedule. You know what you're going to do, and you're not going to compromise it, because you have goals and there's things that you want to accomplish. And I'm telling you, if you implement these simple things, you can accomplish those goals. It's just about staying it's about staying disciplined, not getting into your feelings, and about knowing what the end goal it is in mind. And I promise you, if you just take care of those things and kind of start to get this on autopilot, things get funner. You wake up with a better attitude, because you know what you got to do, and you know you got to tackle it, and you're not overthinking things. So those are my tips. If this video was any value to you, ring the bell, hit the subscribe button. I will be dropping more nugs to you later this week. That's my dog, Patches. Patches says ring the bell. Ring the bell! Ring the bell! All right, see you guys.